working, right? Both? Okay, fine.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and welcome to Humoroids TM meeting number 208. This is TM Suhair from Basharia, and today I'm having the role of a Sergeant at Arms. So the mission of Toastmasters International is to empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And at the club level, our mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So this is an invitation for all of us to be positive in the way we interact with one another. 3 taboo topics we stay away from are religion, politics, and sex. And without too much ado, now please join me in welcoming Club President, Toastmaster of the Evening, and Roastmaster of the Evening, Dr. Kachak.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saurabh.
Yeah.
And with that, I open the 208th meeting of Humoroids Toastmaster. As I said earlier, this is thanks to Zoom. We are having members coming from 3 different countries, that is Jordan, Oman, and UAE, that is Abu Dhabi. We have members from, I think, 8 or 9 clubs. We can count later on. And the most important thing, what happened in the last couple of weeks since we met last time, was we had an amazing DTAC at Jordan. Toastmaster, in Jordan, we've got a few guests out there. What is a DTAC? That is District Toastmasters Annual Conference. It starts off, the contest starts around 3 to 4 months earlier. Each club, for example, we are Humoroids, we have a contest in our club. 1 or 2 members who win, the ones who win in the contest go to the next level, which is the area contest. In the area, there are around 15, 16 clubs forming around 4 areas. They compete with each other. Then 2 go to the division. In the division, 1 or 2 members. Then from the division, you go to DTAC, which is there. This time we had 9 divisions, out of which Abu Dhabi had 2, 1 from Jordan, and 6 from Oman. And the good part is that even though we were only 2 clubs, 2 divisions, we came back with a lot of trophies. We should give a big round of applause to all from Abu Dhabi. I'll just read out. We have 4 contests, which is the evaluation contest, in which one speaker is evaluated by all the 9 contestants. And in evaluation, Toastmaster Devi, she came 3rd. The humorous speech contest, in which it's all about humor. Toastmaster Loy almost missed the 1st place and he came 2nd. In table topics, Toastmaster Marco came 2nd. And in international, this is the only contest in which a speaker goes to the next international level and competes in USA. In that also from Abu Dhabi, we had 2 winners. The 1st place goes to Toastmaster Rosalind, and the 3rd place went to Toastmaster Marco. So we came back with a lot of... Shalini, okay, how can I miss Shalini? Shalini again. In evaluation, Shalini came 2nd and Devi came 3rd. So we had quite a number of prizes from Abu Dhabi and mostly from Abu Dhabi. And we are back here. Toastmaster Suchita stayed back for a trip for 3 to 4 days. And now coming to today's meeting, till a couple of days back, we almost didn't have a Toastmaster of the day. So you're wondering who will be the Toastmaster. I had such a lovely experience in Jordan. So I decided to become the Toastmaster day with the theme being almost. I'll tell you why. Because almost so many things happens to me in just a day or so. First of all, right at the airport, when I'm checking in, they ask me for my return ticket because we take the visa on arrival. So I just could not find it. I am almost a perfectionist, I would say. I have many folders and subfolders and all. But unfortunately, I don't have a good memory. So I don't remember which folder I'm keeping all these files. But luckily, I found my return ticket and I went to the lounge. In the lounge, can you imagine, around 20 Toastmasters were sitting. Toastmasters always like to be together. So 20 of the Toastmasters were together talking. So almost we were thrown out of the lounge because we were making so much noise. And then we reached Jordan. The rest of it, what happened, the almost sessions in Jordan, I will speak during the meeting. I would like to now introduce the guests. Can the guest one after the other just give the name? What is your occupation or whatever it is? And if you have any almost moments. Almost moments are something that is about to happen and it almost happened. It's something for the good or something bad, whatever it is. You can share that with us too. Toastmaster Rania.
Good afternoon,
Toastmaster
everyone,
Rania,
or good
yeah.
evening. Yes, I'm here. My name is Rania. I'm from Jordan, and I've been a member since 2005. I was so happy to meet my friends from Dhabi just over a week ago, and I'm looking forward to this almost. I cannot think of an almost thing moment for me. Let me think it over, and I'll get back to you. Is that okay?
All good.
Okay,
Thank you.
over to you.
Thank you. Then who's
This is follow me, my
Toastmaster.
friend.
I've got many. I'll be just going according to the number in the list. Sudeshna.
Hi, I'm Sudeshna. I am a doctor. I'm an emergency medicine physician and a lifestyle and functional medicine practitioner. And my mission in life is to help people live a healthy life, not necessarily a long life, but health span rather than lifespan. So if you have any advice you want about living healthy, you can always come to me. My almost moment, I almost became maybe a colonel or maybe something even bigger in the Indian Army. I joined the Armed Forces Medical College in Pune when I was doing my medicine. And that was a dream that I always have, that I wanted to go to that college. But then my family was in Calcutta, which is like diametrically opposite. And at that time, there were no mobile phones. It took me about 36 hours to get from Jamshedpur, which is my hometown, to Pune. And I felt so homesick that I told my parents to come and collect me. And then when we went to the period, if I didn't leave then, my parents would have to pay like 5 lakhs to get me out from there, which was impossible for them. And with my pen poised over the signature area, I just signed on the resignation to leave Pune and come to Calcutta. And I think that's why I'm here now. Otherwise, I would be somewhere completely else doing something completely different. So yeah, I almost became an officer in the Indian Army.
Okay. Thanks, Sudeshna. Now I'll invite Steve, her husband. Steve, before you talk about yourself, that almost moment of Sudeshna, if it had happened, you would have not met her. So are you happy about that almost moment or not?
That's the saying about what definition of a bachelor. That's somebody who doesn't make the same mistake once. So my name's Steve Bing. I'm CEO of a company called Impact Investment Funding. We match projects all around the world that meet 5 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals with funders. Our funders are mainly in America. My almost moment, back in 1987, I was driving through London near Lambeth Palace, and Terry Waite, who was the envoy to the Archbishop of Canterbury, walked out in front of my car and I almost ran him over. 2 days later, he went to Lebanon because he was a negotiating hostage release, and he himself was kidnapped for 1,700 days. He was then released. Fast forward to 2007, 20 years later, Sudeshna and I were invited by our neighbour who worked for HSBC to the Eisteddfod, which is a very famous annual event in a village called Llangollen in Wales. And on the way to the event, the neighbour had the radio on in the car, and it was announced on the radio that a BBC reporter called Alan Johnson had just been released from captivity in Gaza. He'd been kidnapped by Hamas. So I was recounting the story of Terry Waite to our neighbour while in the car. When we arrived at the Eisteddfod, because HSBC sponsored it, we sat at the top table, and they had a guest of honour. It was Terry Waite, and he came in and sat right opposite us. So we were talking to him during the evening, and I almost told him my story about 1987, where if I'd have run him over, he would have been in hospital with a broken leg instead of being a hostage. But I just really couldn't tell him. So that was my almost moment.
Thank you, Steve. With that, it is Jatinder. This is Jatinder.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. You want me to tell you the almost moment?
Just a few slides about yourself.
Okay. So I'm a retired Army officer from Indian Army, and left Army about almost 12 years now, and moved into human resources. I'm currently in Abu Dhabi.
Wow. Thank you. Your moments, I think you forwarded them to me. I will give it when you come to give your role.
Sure.
Toastmaster Kapil from Oman.
At 5 feet 2 inches, one of the tallest Toastmasters in the family. My wife is shorter. And I'm working with Oman Cricket in operations. Been a Toastmaster since 2020. I started off online, so the online journey continues. And the almost moment is when Toastmaster Rohini messaged me, "Can you be the roast master?" And I hope I can live up to the expectations.
Thank you.
I will reveal that almost moment at that time.
Thank you. Toastmaster Paresh Joshi, seeing you after a long time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mercy.
Yeah.
It's been nice connecting with all of you. And my brief introduction would be: I'm a financial advisor by profession and a parking fines mawakif payer by daytime, and also a part-time Etisalat customer service support survivor. During day, I help NRIs plan their wealth. By night, I almost try explaining to my daughters who are in separate continents across the globe why no is a negotiation. Why no is not a negotiation, rather. And my hobbies, they include giving sound financial advice and getting flashed with the speed cameras almost at 81 when the speed zone is 80. So tonight, if my jokes fall correctly, then I will take the full credit. And if they fall flat, then I'll call it table topics. Over to you, Toastmaster Marzban.
Okay, thank you. Rohan. Rohan is Steve's and Sudeshna's son.
So hi, my name is Ronan. I currently am in university doing a Bachelor's of Business Administration with an elective in biology in Heriot-Watt, Edinburgh. And my current occupation, I'm currently seeking an internship for the summer. So I'd say my almost moment is with my first weightlifting competition back in Edinburgh. For those that don't know, I do Olympic weightlifting. I started it last year, and I attended my first competition earlier on in the year. So this was back in Edinburgh. It was just a local competition, but it was very, very ambitious. One of the candidates tried to set a national record, which is crazy. I think she was a 52 kg woman trying to clean and jerk 100, which is insane. I hope to get to that strength one day. So anyway, there I was. I got into my tight singlet, showing off my whole physique. It was very awkward. It felt very revealing, but there you go. Got into the practice room, practiced the movements with a bunch of other people stronger than me around me doing the same movements. That was quite an experience. And yeah, got onto the platform, looked in front of me, saw a whole crowd of people. It's like, oh shit, no, oh god, this is horrible. Bent down to do my first snatch. First two were fine. Third one, which was the weight I was aiming to do, I almost got it, but my arm bent a bit. And for those that don't know, an arm bending during the snatch is a no lift. I didn't realize how strict the refs were. So whatever, I still have the second lift, the clean and jerk, to redeem myself. Go to do that, go to toss it above my head, my arm bends. Almost got it. So there we go. I didn't hit the total I wanted to, but on the plus side, I did get a gold medal in my first competition. So that's something to take home. And yeah, I'd say that was my almost moment.
Thanks. I almost thought I had control on all the guests, but if you notice, the participants move up and down. So now I don't know whom I have chosen and whom I have not. Anyway, now Polomi. Just Polomi.
She's on mute.
Polomi, she's mute.
She's TM Anu's guest, I believe.
Yeah.
We have TM Shamim here, TM Kristen.
Yeah, the TM Shamim, he's a role player, right? Yeah, so I will call that later on. Toastmaster Saijo Victor.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you, Toastmaster Rohini, for keep on sending me the message to be here today. After a long time, I'm attending a online session in Abu Dhabi. And I'm Saijo Victor from Oman. And by profession, I'm a digital marketer and an active Toastmasters for the last so many years. So this is something that Humoroids is a club about which we have heard a lot. And I have never been to any of their sessions, and this is the first session that I am attending. I believe Toastmaster Shannon was part of Humoroids, and he was a proud member of our club, and we really cherished having his company in our team when we were in the PR and CG team. And I'm glad, just observing and being part of this.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saijo. And now we have Toastmaster Christian.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Humoroids. Toastmaster Rohini, thank you for inviting me. I'm Toastmaster Christian. I am from PICEUA and Fellows Toastmasters Club. been with Toastmasters since 2019, and yeah, I'm the current Division C director until June 30. Yeah, thank you. And I would like I also heard a lot of Humoroids Toastmasters, so I just want to be here and I'll be with you tonight. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you. We've got so many guests. Have I missed out anybody? Sorry if I missed out. Follow me around. Not audible. Anyway, if Shivalami comes, we can invite her later on to speak about her. Now we go ahead with our meeting, and the role players, can you just quickly just explain, because we've got guests and we've got members of the, what are your roles? What is your role today? I'll first invite the timer, Jatinder. Toastmaster Jatinder, can you quickly in 2 sentences tell us what your role today is?
Good evening, everybody, once again. Well, as a timer, I will be timing the table topics, the formal speeches, and the evaluations. So I will alert each speaker of the time they have left with using the green, yellow, and the red cards. Probably I will give the details as we start the. Do you want me to give the detail of each timing right now?
I'll call you back during each, because each during each session I'll just invite you back.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Shamim, who's the R counter.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So today, good evening, all of you, for Toastmaster Humoroids. Now, what I'll be doing is I'll be looking at all the gap fillers, right? Every time you do an R or extended pause, which is not very deliberate, we're going to be looking out for this. And I'm also going to be looking out for other situations where you use other filler words, right? And my plan is to not identify each individual person and say to them, you did this X number of times and N number of times. My way of doing things is identifying the common errors in using R or too many times. And I'll be identifying that and sharing that with you during the course of today. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to invite Toastmaster Zil, who's the word master and the grammarian for the evening.
Good evening, everybody. As a grammarian, my responsibility is to listen to everybody and track the usage of the English language. I will note down the good and the bad usages of the English language. Also, my responsibility is to give you the word of the day. So the word of the day is aplomb, spelled as A-P-L-O-M-B. It's a French origin word. It means self-confidence or assurance, especially in demanding situations. You can use the word as she almost tripped from the stage but continued her speech with aplomb, or aplomb was how she handled her joke when it almost fell flat. So I encourage everybody to use the word of the day. In addition, I'm also going to track the usage of the word almost, which is for today. And I will be also maintaining the counters and will give my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Now the thought of the day by Toastmaster Sunita.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I would like to narrate a small story that I read a few days ago about a teacher who had started teaching in a small rural school, and her classroom had leaky ceilings, broken benches, and barely any books. Her students came from families that struggled to even make ends meet, and they didn't have, some of them even didn't know how to read the alphabets. And every year she poured her heart into teaching, and she stayed late, she visited parents, she even bought supplies from her own salary. But she kept wondering, am I almost going to be there? Is there going to be any success in what I do? And after 5 long years, one of her students came running to her with a letter, and the letter was of her college acceptance with from a big university, and she also had got some scholarships. So this teacher smiled, her eyes brimming with tears. For the first time, she felt deep in her heart she was almost there. Not at the end of a journey, but at the beginning of seeing the difference she could make. So I leave you with this message: almost there isn't a finish line, it's a milestone. It's that quiet moment when you realize your hard work is finally turning into hope. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunita. Since the other role players will be coming back, I have not told their almost moments, but since Toastmaster Sunita's thought is over, she had to say that at the age of 22, getting into an arranged marriage was a leap of faith. Not sure of the compatibility and with no guarantee of success. Now, your husband's name is Alwyn. Was it before the marriage or after the marriage? Because after the marriage, I'm sure he's been a winner. He's won all the way. Am I right? Today, I'm almost going to be a good boy, Sunita, and I will not make any fun like that. So let's see. After that, I would invite the roast master. Roast master is something different from all the other meetings. In other meetings, you have a general evaluator, the one who goes through the entire meeting and will explain what are the good things and the bad things about the meeting. But in Humoroids, we have something called roast master. Toastmaster Kapil has heard of you roast, and he's almost, I'm sure he's going to be almost so much better than us at roasting. Toastmaster Kapil.
The fear of joining Toastmasters was I was worried about being roasted. Now, I've had the honor to be the roast master of this session. I will present my report in my own unique way and hope that I will get an opportunity to roast all of you. I've already started noting down, so just be careful. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kapil. And now we go on to the rest of the agenda. The QK session will come a little late. We'll quickly go on to the speeches.